Yo, yo. Well, unfortunately, we have some bad and terrible news to report on today, and it is in regards to Raja Jackson, which is the son of the MMA fighter Rampage Jackson. Rampage Jackson, as you know, is a famous UFC fighter and Pride fighter. He's a famous mixed martial artist, very successful as it relates to professional fighting. And so apparently his son took after his dad and wanted to go into mixed martial arts, and that's where he was trained and how he's been trained. Unfortunately, what's happened over the weekend is that Raja Jackson was at a wrestling event, and he was there what looks like prior to the wrestling match. So he was there, I guess, during the daytime or late afternoon, and he's talking with the wrestlers. And so one of the wrestlers thought that because this guy had a camera crew, that, I guess he figured that, hey, I'm gonna, if he's back here with us, then he must be part of the crew. He must be, one of us, I guess. And so he goes up to Raja, and Raja said, "Who are you?" And he said, "You don't know me? You don't know Stu?" And so the guy, Raja, was like, "No." And so Stu grabbed a bottle of beer, or a can of beer, which looked like it was already open, and so he kind of pretended to smash it on his head. So he made contact with his head, but mostly I think Stu hit his own fist to make the illusion, and that's what wrestlers are all about. They have the illusion that they're really hurting someone, but they're not. And you could tell because Raja, he wasn't fazed at all by it. He began walking up to the guy and saying, "Man, don't play with me. I'm not playing." And so it got so heated in that standoff that some of the wrestlers were like, "Hey, no, he's not a part of this. He's not on staff. He's not part of the crew." And so they eventually calmed down, and you can tell that Stu was not intending on hurting the guy because he apologized to him.
I appreciate it.
I didn't know. I thought you were camera.
I get it. We're working out. Well, he's gonna come out on your mat, Juice. I know you keep thinking we're working. We're always working.
I get it. Yeah. I get it now. Now you
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're always working.
You see that in the video. Stu he grabbed his hand and said, "Hey man, I apologize. I didn't know. I just assumed, and so that's what happened. He apologized, and Raja shook his hand back and said, "No worries, man." And so after that, apparently he went on live, Raja did, and he's saying to everybody, all of his people that follow him, that, "Hey man, I'm tired of people, thinking that I'm a punk and all this kind of stuff." And so he's basically saying online that, "Hey man, I am going to hurt this dude. I'm going to get in the ring today, and they said that I'm gonna pick him up, but I'm gonna actually slam him hard, and I'm gonna wail off on him because I'm no punk, I'm no BS, I'm no B word." And he's just going in online, like this is all documented. And so so he's doing all this, and he's recording it. He's recording himself ringside before he gets in the ring, saying, "Hey, how many followers? If I get 50 followers right now, then I'll make sure I do this and that to him." And he gets in the ring, and he actually picks the guy up, slams him down unconscious, and knocks him unconscious, and then begins to just tear off on him, just tee off on him. And if you watch the video, it's so sad because no one around knew what was going on. No one knew what was happening. They thought this was a normal agreement that, hey, he's gonna get in there as a promotion and just kind of slam him down, and it's not gonna be a big deal. But what Rampage Raja did is he began to bring in his MMA background. He slammed the guy down so hard that he knocked him out. And then he began for, seconds, just teeing off on the guy. And if anybody that knows watch UFC, that once you slam somebody down and they're unconscious, the fight's over, right? You may get one punch off, but this guy had to at least gotten 10 at least punches after the guy was knocked out, which can cause serious mental and brain damage. And that's exactly what happened. That's exactly what happened. He slammed him down and began just punching the guy, and it was just devastating punches. Hard as you can, and it's just disgusting. And so, unfortunately, the guy is still in the hospital. He's awake, but he's got some recovery to do. There's been people tweeting out, his friends, saying, hey, he's got a long road to recovery. And I don't know if there's brain damage, if there's face structure damage, or both. We don't know. So, prayers will be definitely sent up for him. And I encourage everyone who sees this to really pray for him, pray for the family. But as it relates to Raja, I think that he needs to be in prison. I think he needs to go to jail. I think he needs to be held accountable to the fullest extent. This was disgusting behavior. And it wouldn't be so bad if he had fought the guy right when it happened, because then that's justified. Hey, he hit me and I hit him back, right? And so he shook the guy's hand. They had a gentleman's agreement that, hey, we're good and we'll do this thing here for promotion. Let's bring, some awareness to the sport or whatever. I don't know. Roger Jackson has a big name, or, his dad has a big name, but obviously he's taken after his dad. And so that follows him too. And so the Jackson's name has been tarnished, I think, forever. And, luckily his dad, basically spoke out against what his son did. But I agree with Rampage that his son should have never been let in that ring. And so the promotion needs to be held accountable as well, because they should have never let this guy in the ring. And so I just think all around it's been such a poorly handled. The people that knew Raja, and you hear all this stuff online leading up to him getting in the ring, somebody should have said something. Somebody should have done something. And he should have been let in that ring. I understand from a promotional standpoint that, hey, we want to bring awareness to the sport, and all that kind of stuff. And we want, to basically capitalize off this guy's name. But it's a devastating mistake, because it not only hurts the promotion, it's literally almost taking this guy's life. And then, so I think that Raja should be held all the way accountable. This guy seems like he is an absolute monster, and he needs to be put away. And it's, so, yeah, I just felt like I need to make this video, because it is a lot of people commenting and giving their take on it. And some people are in support of what he did, and some people aren't. A lot of people aren't. I don't see how you can watch that video and support what he did. It's even captivated people like Mr. Beast. As we know, this is probably the largest YouTuber, and it's attracted him to reach out to the family and say, hey, I'll pay for some medical bills. I'll help, do what I can financially. I'll meet, the family, and it's just a sad situation. It really is. You've got UFC people making, giving their thoughts, but overall, I think that there's no way you can support Raja's actions on this one. He needs to be put away. And unfortunately, this happened. It's a lesson learned for him, hopefully for the promotion. And, we just hope that Psycho Stu is back to normal. He comes back and he's just like he was before. We don't know. From what we know, it's going to be a long recovery. So I hate this. It's sad, but I do hope that there are legal charges against what he did. That there should be no way that is acceptable in anybody's eyes. So you guys comment, let me know what you think, and yeah.